Thank you for tuning in to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Brielle Jungblut, and today we will be interviewing the women's basketball coach, Coach Brandt. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
No problem. You've played 2 games since we've last talked. Can you take me through your thoughts on the Anderson game overall?
The Anderson game was it was a good game. Very two close teams that are evenly matched. So we knew it would be difficult. Every time we play them, it seems to be a really good game, and again, this one proved to be true. It was unfortunate we ended up losing in overtime, but you know, we've talked about it all year about all the little things, how important that is, and if we have one little thing that we could do over and do better there, then we probably win the game, as was the case against Carson Newman too. So we're trying to talk to ourselves and believe in each other and believe in our team that we really should be 4-0. We're just 2 little things away from being 4-0, so we're trying to attack the season with that confidence in mind there.
Right. It was a great game to watch. You were able to bounce back and get the home win over Barton. What was the key to winning that game?
Barton was a different style team. They were a real penetrating team, not great from outside. Didn't really run a whole lot of set plays, and so it was quite a contrast there. But that's what's fun about basketball is you get so many different teams coming in with different styles. But we made the adjustments and kind of played more of a sagging man-to-man defense on them, and did a nice job of doing that, and were able to execute offensively and get some good buckets, and fortunately get a win.
Right. You said you went man-to-man. Is that what was your key to holding Barton to the 40% shooting from downtown?
Yeah, I think so, and they're just not very good shooters,
Yeah.
So you recognize that, from just seeing them, and they throw it up and go get it, so we have to make sure that we block them out. But it was a combination of a pretty good defense, but, I just don't think they're that good of shooters either, so it wasn't any great secret that we had.
Last week, Emery Satoris averaged 16.5 points and 13 rebounds. Is this what you expected from her coming out of high school?
Well, it's kind of difficult to know. In high school, I think she averaged 25 points and 15 rebounds, which was exceptional there, and sometimes that's hard to take from the high school level to the college level, but she's very competitive. She's very feisty. She works hard, and so if she can get a double-double every game, that's going to be great for us because obviously, that's a very good production, and I wasn't surprised from it, but I was pleasantly pleased that she did so well.
Right. Can you talk about how your rotation has changed this year compared to last season?
Yeah, well, we're still trying to figure out. We got a couple new people in there with the 2 point guards that we brought in, of course, with Emery, so they're going to have to work into the rotation. We're just really, we talked about it today even about, the players that get in the rotation are probably the most aggressive players. So if you're not very aggressive, then you need to pick up, get a little tougher there, be it offensively or defensively. I think a coach would love to have a 10 or 11 person rotation. I don't know if that's possible or not, because of the minutes. And we talked about the other day that there are 200 minutes in a game that trying to be divided up into 12 or 13 players is difficult. So yeah, it's no fun to sit on the end of the bench, but it's an important part of being on a team. And so you don't want to be acceptable of having a be the 12th or 13th player because you want to keep fighting and working. But in some instances, you just have to be a good team player and hope your time comes and be ready when it does.
Right. This week you traveled to the West Florida Invitational. How did that trip come about?
We've been down there about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a really good trip. Obviously, it's on the beach, Pensacola, very nice, and so it's nice to, if you're going to be gone on Thanksgiving, away from your families, it's nice to be at least to be on a beach, and so it's a good tournament. The teams that we play there will be very competitive. I think the team Central Missouri that we play is ranked in the top 20 right now. We open up with them, so that's going to be difficult. So it's also good to go against different regions, and you have a different style of play. Each region has a different style of play, and so it'll be good for us to get some different teams there and hopefully be a fun trip for us and a productive trip.
Now with going in, with opening with the number 20 Central Missouri, what are your thoughts on this opponent?
Going to be tough, but I think that's one thing that we've never really shied away from is a real tough schedule because we're trying to prepare ourselves for the Peach Belt, and we're trying to hopefully get in a situation where we can get into the regional tournament by not having to win the conference tournament. So we always schedule pretty tough, and I would rather go down there and play really good teams and be competitive and maybe get beat than to go down there and beat a team by 30 or 40 points because it doesn't do us much good. And even with the wind, in the regional rankings, strength of schedule is so important. So hopefully we'll go down there and continue to keep improving like we have been. The competition is going to be stiffer than it was against Spartan, so we need to step up our game, but hopefully we'll just continue to keep improving, and if we can win, great. If we can't, the main thing is that we keep improving.
Right. Well, good luck on your season. I'm Brielle Jungblut, and this is Coach's Corner. Thank you for tuning in.